got a couple of the players that have just come off that 2-0 win. First of all, Paul White, who's with us. Paul hadn't got a great deal to do today, but makes a change, I suppose. Keeping another clean sheet, though, which I'm sure he'll be delighted with. Paul, welcome once again to Poppers TV. Congratulations on that win. Pretty cold out there, not a lot to do. Must be quite cold for you.
Yeah, freezing. Absolutely freezing, so I'm happy the game's finished now.
Your opposite number, though, what a game he had. We've just been looking at some of the highlights that Tom Price has pulled off, and I know that's what a goalkeeper's there to do, but as opposite number, it must be great to see these sort of things, to a certain extent anyway, as a goalkeeper union.
Yeah, well, you see him, and he's pulled off some unbelievable saves, and we could have won that game 5 or 6-0, but to be fair, you got to put your hand up and say the keeper's had an absolute worldie today.
Can we just put that one on Ryan that we just shown, the save 2 that we had there? So you look at this one here. Here's Brett's goal.
Yeah,
almost
finish.
got it. It's the next one, Ryan, please, if you can. This was a wonderful save. I mean, talk us through it from a goalkeeper's perspective. I mean, how late does he see this? And
well, his positioning is good, to be fair, and it's a good save. So, look, you gotta put your hands up and say, I think it's Tom. He's had a good game today, and other than him being in goals, it would have been 5 or 6. So,
how difficult is it to play against a side that you know is at bottom of the league? They've been leaking goals all season. They put in a resolute display today, although it was one-way traffic throughout. You're watching it from another angle, thinking, get another one. Am I going to get a touch? It must be difficult to keep your concentration.
Yeah, it was difficult today, but when you say about a team near the bottom and stuff, we had that situation with Dorchester last week, and I don't think we had the application and the attitude from the start, and I think that's why we got turned over down there. Today we learnt our lesson, and Gaffer, to be fair, he was on to me at half time about being concentrated, and he said they'll have one shot, and in the end they had one shot and had to make a save. So
the only thing you had to do there, really, other than a few back passes and a few goal kicks, and must make a change though from the disappointment of last week. I mean, that was a long trip, wasn't it, to Dorchester? What went wrong there, do you think?
Like I said, it's just the attitude and the application. I think it's not down to hard work, because everyone wants to go on the pitch to give 100%. It's just making the right decisions, doing the right things, and probably from a defensive point of view, that was probably one of our worst showings of the season. And to be fair, we've been pretty good. We've been pretty good all season. I think that's my 11th clean sheet. I think. I know Jordan, who was in from Forest, had a few clean sheets. So compared to last season,
for you last week though, that great penalty save, and you'd have thought the defence would have been there to clear it, and all you can do is watch it go and sailing after putting in a valiant effort. I mean, your penalty ratio is pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, I've a good penalty ratio. I fancy myself whenever we've penalty shootouts or penalties against and stuff like that. Saved one against Northampton, saved one against Corby, a couple against Dunstable last year or something. So I'd fancy myself, but when you look at the video back, it's the penalty taker who actually scores it, so you can't be too harsh.
His momentum kept him going, didn't it?
He's a 5 or 6 yards head start on everyone else, so you can't really criticise the defence too much.
I won't ask you what your secrets are about goalkeeping in case anybody, we're facing penalties in case anyone's watching, but we'll have a chat about that after.
Guess what?
Just guess, is it?
Take a chance and guess, yeah.
But we had another one. Kevin Shoemaker was always very, very good in Kettering's goal with penalties. His ratio was on par with yours, probably. There must be an art to it, though, to a certain extent, guessing the right way.
I think for me, I don't mind telling my secrets because people can look at it, but you watch them all game, you see how they pass the ball, see how they ping the ball across the pitch, and you see what kind of player they are. And then once they step up, you can see from their run up and their body shape, and then you just make a decision. More of an educated guess than a guess.
Well, a great 2-0 win today keeps us in that hunt. I think King's Lynn dropped points and the other rest didn't play in the trophy. Not sure if we're going to be playing on Tuesday night yet. Can't see anybody in the... they were drawing 2-2. It was... I'm not sure if there's extra time in that one, but okay, Paul, I'll see you in midweek. I've got something for you after anyway to give to you, and we'll bring on Gary, I think, who's sitting there patiently as Paul trots off. Welcome, Gary. Welcome to Poppy's TV. You've seen some of the saves there. We'll put some of the goals in. Great performance, difficult performance against a team in the lower echelons of the league. But how have you found it since coming into the Kettering Town first team?
No, I think it's been brilliant, to be fair. I think the lads have been very welcoming, especially since I've joined. The lads have been great. Everyone's brilliant around the place, and I think we've got a brilliant team morale, which always helps. And obviously it's been difficult for myself. I've not been playing as much as I'd obviously ideally want to, but at the end of the day it's a bit of a squad game. You've got to work hard and wait for your opportunity, and then when it comes, hopefully take it.
Of course, you're on on the score sheet, got the 4th goal against Merthyr Town that we missed, but somebody else got for you behind the goal, so we got that in the highlights. Must have been great feeling to get that. I know your parents are very happy, weren't they?
Yeah, brilliant to get a goal. It's always good to get on the score sheet, and obviously coming off the bench, want to kind of make as much of an impact as I can, really.
How have you found the difference in standards? Because from UCL level, etc., to our level, it's been quite a leap.
Yeah, so obviously when I was up in Leeds, I was playing at a similar sort of standard up there. So I was playing for Frickley and Shore Lane, so kind of it's not too much of a difference. It's obviously a different league, so I think I found that obviously the Southern Leagues is slightly different to playing up north, but obviously it's just getting used to it and understanding kind of how it works down there.
Played quite a few northern teams aren't Baseford, haven't we? Played League recently as well, so you've been up against those sort of sides. Now we'll talk about that. But they've turned us over a little bit, haven't they?
Yeah,
but, difficult game today against Gosport. I know it was comfortable, which it was in the end. Tom Price, as we've said, has made some fantastic saves, etc. But it must be difficult to play against a side like that. I said that to Paul. You're out on the outfield, and you're thinking you should be winning this 3 or 4-0. Does that come over in the side?
Yeah, I think it is difficult. Like Paul was saying, I think on another day we could be 4, 5, 6-0 up, and when we are only 1 up, there's always that opportunity that they might nick one, or they've kind of always got that chance. They're still in the game, so I think when we did get the second, it kind of killed it a little bit, and then
let's show you the second goal, Gary Brett's goal. If Ryan's still awake, yes, he's there with us. He's put a shot in. We want the goal, if you could, please. This is the first goal. This is O'Connor's wonderful tight shot.
Oh yeah, brilliant turn from Aaron, and
as Ed Palmer said, it was a lovely turn initially, wasn't it, to race onto the ball, and he ran on there. That turn there, superb, wasn't it?
Front of goal is so
what a finish!
Yeah, that's brilliant. Great finish from Az as always.
Let's see it one more time. And there we go. And then the sealer was Brett's goal, which. Goalkeeper almost got it, didn't he? The way that he'd been playing, if he'd have got it, you'd have thought, not another
surprise, one. Exactly, yeah. But brilliant header from Brett. Great ball in from Ben as well.
How frustrating is it for a player or in a team when you see a goalkeeper put in performances like that?
Oh yeah, obviously it is extremely frustrating. But I think today, as you can see today, obviously we just kept at it, and eventually we got our kind of just rewards with the goals and the second goal, and then that kind of killed the game really.
There he goes.
Brilliant header.
Salk's goal there, nearing that magical 500th game for the club. Yeah. So, well, as I say, it's another win, another clean sheet at home. Only 1 goal conceded in the league at Latimer Park. We've got a long journey next week to Frome. Hopefully we can beat that voodoo of these long journeys. But enjoying your time here, obviously.
Yeah, brilliant. Having a great time, really enjoying it, and hopefully you can keep pushing and get to the end goal, which is promotion this year.
Great, Gary. Great to have you on.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. Thank you very much. Gary Stohrer, member of the team that won today 2-0.